Welcome to the party with Tysida the fucking diva.
Tysida.
Wait, I got something to say. This conversation is really important to me as someone who's healed their nervous system as best as I think I've could. I think I've done quite an amazing job with it. And so today, in our cute little accents, we are going to talk about anxiety versus excitement. Okay, let's say it again. Anxiety versus excitement. Because for one, they're interchangeable, you know? Okay. We'll go back and forth between the accent and both. Because but honestly, they are interchangeable. And the two literally feel the same sometimes. And how do you know which is which? How do you know? So when I was thinking about this topic, because I feel like it's very important, especially as we indulge in ourselves, especially as we persist past things that we thought were our limits, is knowing when it's anxiety and knowing when it's excitement. I would love to disclaim that am I licensed anything besides human? Perhaps not. But am I wise? Perhaps yes. Have I done the things? Perhaps yes. That feeling that you get that you're like, I don't even know what's happening, but I'm feeling things. And so when I was focused on healing my nervous system, I was not only thinking about my feelings, but I also was thinking about my diet. A healthy gut equals a healthy mind. I believe in fasting first. I believe in complete stops. Because I think breaking the habit, which I like to call interrupting the pattern, is a good starting point so that you can be mindful of your choices you're making. And I think eating is so habitual. And I think a lot of us just do what we've always done from what we were fed, what we had access to. And so taking a break from that and then coming back to realizing, like, do I even like this? Does this make me feel good? You have that ability to slow down. And then the next thing up, your feelings. And that's a little bit trickier. Because I think that some people have this idea that when you're healed, you won't be triggered. But you can go through the things and you can talk about the things and you can realize, get like realizations about the experiences you had, but it doesn't mean you won't be triggered. So being able to separate, is this actually happening or does it just feel like it's happening? Is it reminding me of a time that it's happened or is it actually happening? And that is when I think about anxiety first, excitement, right? Because those things feel the same. It feels like your nervous system is active, sometimes overactive. It feels like it's like excess energy that you don't really know where to place it. And so I think when you've gone through a lot of life, whether you've lived in fight or flight, spent most of your time in survival mode, you can feel like you can get worked up and you cannot realize, like, oh, this is a good thing happening. Like, and I think that goes into maybe like fear of success and that feeling that you're actually excited to feel close to your purpose, your plans, your goals, and exciting opportunities showing up. It can feel like I'm scared. I don't know what to do, but it's actually you're just excited. And I think it's really important with excitement. I think excitement is one of the emotions that I, for lack of better words, dread the most. I dread the most. Like, I want to be neutral. I want to be coasting mostly because I feel like when I'm excited, I'm not grounded. I don't make sound decisions. Sometimes I don't even know what to choose and I feel like freezing. So what I've learned to do with anxiety and excitement is try to like calm myself down as best I can. Like, even if it's a really good thing happening, if I'm excited about it, I'm like I'll let myself be excited, but then I'm like, that's too much. And not in a way of like you shouldn't be excited about things, but just in the way of like Let's enjoy this. Let's not try to make anything of it. Let's be present. And then before we feel like we need to decide on something, let's ground ourselves. And sometimes, depending on when the instance is, I might need to ground myself immediately. Like, I might be like, I'm glad that you felt really good about that, or you felt, you know, excited about it, but I want to know why we felt excited. Was it good? Was it an adrenaline rush? You know what I'm saying? Those different things. And this conversation is basically to say, like, I don't know if there's a formula. I don't know if there is an out to this, especially for anyone who may have experienced like a lot of traumatic experiences. I don't know if there's, a smooth sailing road where excitement won't feel dangerous. But what I will say is, like, it's like, don't don't be in a rush when you have that feeling. You feel me? Um let yourself feel it, but that too shall pass. Like, maybe not choose anything during that time. You feel me? Like, maybe just feel it, and let it pass before you decide. Like, when you're excited and somebody's asking you or like offering you, could be a big old opportunity. Maybe you just, be like, you know what? I'm going to need a second. Like, not in this instant, not right now, but, maybe. And that's okay. And don't think that, don't let also, because I think sometimes we think anxiety is so crippling, like it's getting in our way of life. And that's when it goes anxiety first excitement. Like, are you always anxious? Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not as anxious as you think you are. Maybe life is really exciting right now. And then also learning how to filter those emotions as well, right? So learning how, where to put your anxiety, how to talk yourself down, who to talk yourself down with, and even with excitement, who to process the excitement with. Everybody is not a safe space, and that's okay. Every space is not a safe space for your excitement either, and that's okay. But I think the two are emotions that feel so much alike, and maybe we I hate giving advice, kind of. But I think it could be a good idea not to demonize anxiety so much, because it might it might just be excitement. And, you know, that's what I think about anxiety versus excitement. My little twin sisters doing their best, having a ball, and not thinking of the consequences. Period.